Hello, I'm Elena. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is shrouded in silence, shame, and a profound sense of loneliness for millions of couples: mismatched libidos. One of you desires physical intimacy frequently, and for you, it's a vital way to feel loved, connected, and validated. The other desires it less often, and for you, the pressure to engage can create anxiety, guilt, and a feeling of being misunderstood. The partner with the higher drive feels rejected and unloved. The partner with the lower drive feels pressured and broken. You both end up feeling isolated, often sleeping inches apart, but emotionally miles away. Many of the couples I work with confess this is their most painful secret struggle. They think it means they're incompatible or that their love is failing. Pausa. But what if I told you that having mismatched sex drives is not the exception, but the absolute norm in long-term relationships? The problem is not the difference in your desires. The problem is that we have never been taught how to talk about it. In this video, we will dismantle the shame and create a practical, compassionate roadmap. We will explore why this desire gap happens, and I will give you a concrete 4-step plan to stop the cycle of rejection and pressure and start building a new kind of intimacy that honors you both. Shaming the desire gap, it's normal. First, let's take blame and shame off the table. In my years as a counselor, I have rarely seen two partners with perfectly matched libidos for any extended period. It's a fantasy. Libido is not a fixed personality trait. It's a fluid state that is affected by everything. Think of it like appetite. Some days you're starving, other days you're not hungry. Would you blame your partner for not wanting a huge meal every time you do? The desire gap is influenced by countless factors: biological, hormonal fluctuations, monthly cycles, menopause, low testosterone, aging, illness, and medication side effects. Psychological, the number one libido killer is stress. Work pressure, financial worries, and mental health challenges like depression and anxiety all take a huge toll. Body image issues and past trauma also play a significant role. Relational. This is the big one. Unresolved conflict, resentment, a lack of emotional connection, and feeling more like roommates than lovers will absolutely shut down desire. The problem is that we internalize this difference. The higher drive partner thinks they don't desire me. The lower drive partner thinks something is wrong with me. In reality, you are both just experiencing a different and completely normal internal reality. The solution starts when you stop seeing the person as the problem and start seeing the pattern as the problem. The role of the higher drive partner: reduce the pressure. If you are the partner with the higher libido, I know you are in pain. The feeling of being physically rejected by the person you love is devastating. Your instinct is to try to fix it, to initiate more, to talk about it more, to ask why not. But do you know what the number one mistake is in this situation? Continuing to push. Every time you initiate and get turned down, another brick is added to the wall between you. Your first job is to radically change your approach. You must become the safest person in the world for your partner to be around physically. This means your primary goal must shift from seeking sex to giving reassurance. Here is your strategy. For the next 2 weeks, I want you to take sex completely off the table, and you need to announce it. Say this to your partner: I've realized I've been putting a lot of pressure on you about sex, and I am so sorry for that. I want you to feel relaxed and cherished, so for the next 2 weeks, I'm taking sex completely off the table. I just want to focus on being close to you. During this time, your job is to reintroduce non-sexual touch. Give a 6-second hug when you leave for work. Hold their hand while you're watching TV. Give a 5-minute shoulder rub without it being a prelude to something more. You must make touch a language of connection again, not a question that needs an answer. This lowers your partner's defenses and allows them to desire closeness with you again on their own terms. The role of the lower drive partner: own your yes and no. If you are the partner with the lower libido, I know you feel immense guilt. You feel responsible for your partner's happiness and feel like you're failing. Your instinct is to avoid the topic, to retreat, to hope they just don't bring it up tonight. Your first job is to stop being a passive recipient of your partner's advances and become an active participant in your relationship's intimacy. This means you need to get comfortable with both your yes and your no. Here is your strategy. Explore your no. Get curious and compassionate with yourself. When you don't feel desire, what are you feeling? Stressed, tired, disconnected, unseen. The more you understand your own inner world, the better you can explain it. Communicate proactively. Don't wait until they initiate to announce you're not in the mood. That's what creates the dynamic of rejection. Instead, find a moment earlier in the day to connect. Say something like, "I've had such a draining day at work. I'm really not feeling sexual tonight, but I would absolutely love to cuddle and just be close." This is you initiating intimacy, but on your terms. Take charge of yes. When you do feel a flicker of desire, act on it, even if it's small. Initiating, even if it's less frequent, reminds your partner that you do desire them, that the desire is still there. It changes the entire dynamic from pursuer, distancer, to two people with different but valid appetites. The 4-step plan to bridge the gap together. Now, here's the plan you will execute as a team. Step 1. Schedule a State of the Union talk. Set aside a time to talk about this when you are both calm and outside of the bedroom. Use I statements. For example, "I feel lonely when we go a long time without physical connection," or "I feel anxious when I feel pressured for sex." The goal is not to solve it in one talk, but simply to put both of your feelings on the table with empathy and without blame. Step 2. Create an intimacy menu. Together, brainstorm a list of all the ways you can be intimate that don't involve intercourse. This could be anything from a candlelit bath together, giving each other massages, reading a book aloud, going for a walk without phones, or deep conversation. This broadens your definition of intimacy and gives you a menu of options to choose from, taking the pressure off the one main course. Step 3. Schedule connection time. This sounds unsexy, but it's the most effective tool. Many of the couples I advise find success by putting cuddle time or intimacy time on the calendar. This guarantees it happens. It's an appointment with your connection. What often happens is that this scheduled, no-pressure intimacy is what actually creates the safety for spontaneous desire to emerge. Step 4. See a professional. There is no shame in getting help. A good doctor can help rule out underlying medical or hormonal issues. A good therapist can give you the tools to communicate through this challenge. It is a sign of strength, not weakness, to ask for a guide. The desire gap in your relationship is not a sign that your love is broken. It is an invitation to learn a deeper, more compassionate language of intimacy. Pausa. It requires the higher drive partner to learn patience and to express their need for connection in new ways. It requires the lower drive partner to step forward with courage and communicate their needs and boundaries proactively. It requires both of you to be on the same team against the problem. You are not opponents, you are partners, learning to navigate a complex and beautiful dance. Be patient with each other, and most importantly, be kind to yourselves. This journey back to each other is a marathon, not a sprint. Thank you for trusting me with this incredibly personal topic. If this video gave you a new perspective or a tool you can use, please give it a like. It helps this message of hope reach other couples who are struggling in silence. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share one non-sexual activity that helps you feel close and connected to your partner. Your idea might be the spark that someone else needs. For more deep dives into building a resilient and loving relationship, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you won't miss our weekly videos. Remember, you are both worthy of a relationship filled with affection, connection, and understanding.